Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we're going to take a trip to Belgium, and we're going to look at a Lambic beer, which is a style that is probably maybe not exactly unique to Belgium, but certainly they have the claim on it. Lambic is a style, well, I'll talk about it in a minute here, but first a little bit about the brewery and the beer. The beer is this one. It is called Lindemans Strawberry Lambic Beer. And Lindemans is a brewery located a few kilometers outside of Brussels. If you look at a map, you can find, I think you can probably find where they are. They've been going since 1822, and according to the website, 6 generations family owned. And I would think it might need another generation or two to make that date, but in any case, they're most famous for making lambics and gin. And what is lambic? Well, lambic is a beer that is, unlike most beers made, it is spontaneously fermented. What happens is they boil up a nice wort from barley malt, and they put it up on the attic, up in the wide attic, and open up the windows up there for one night and allow whatever microflora that floats in to settle onto the sugary wort and ferment it. So one night only. So after that they close it and let the fermentation start. The area around where Lindemans is and the Lambic area is well known for this microflora that produces the characteristic lambic style. So one night, and then fermented, and then they put it into large barrels, which are called foeders. You can see pictures of them if you say go to Rodenbach, for example. Rodenbach's website, you can see huge foeders. They're very, very large wood barrels, and they're put into after that they're put into stainless steel vats with some wood chips as well. The hops that are used in lambics are generally old hops, dried hops. They're not fresh hops. They have a different kind of character. And lambics are generally mixed, or they may be mixed with with unfermented beer to produce gueuze, and they then tend to mature that for another 6 months or so. So Lindemans' most famous one probably is Gueuze Cuvée Rennais. They've also made one with Mikkeller called Spontan Basil, and then Eau de Lambic. Lambics are generally blended to produce gueuze, but this is unblended. This is simply lambic. Okay, well, shall we talk about this beer now? Lindemans Strawberry Lambic, and this is made from 1-year-old lambic, which had been aged in oak barrels, and they've been making this since 2017, and they said it was their first, when they developed it then, it was their first new lambic in over a decade. So, and I had not seen it in Japan until recently. So, but they have been making it for quite a while, just not exporting it here. And they said they are making it for the developing tastes in the United States. Yeah, well, good luck. It's made with fresh, unsweetened, sour strawberry juice, barley malt, wheat, sugar, hops, and stevia, which is a kind of sweetener, apparently. It's more popular in the U.S. than it is here, that's for sure. Now this is 3.5%. They made an earlier version at 4.1, but this is on the back of the label it says 3.5. 12 international bittering units, and on rate beer, the previous one, the 4.1%er, had 106 ratings, and average was 3.24. 45 percentile for all beers on rate beer, and 17 percentile for its style. Only 17. That's 17 percentile out of 100, of course, for its style, which is lambic flavored. Rate beer for the 3.5%. This one has, excuse me, does have, no, I don't have, I guess I don't have that information. Untapped, there were 11,391 ratings, and the average is a bit higher, 3.81. This costs 495 yen, and at current rates that would be around $3.30, in euros 3.05. Okay, well, let's give this one a go. I don't have a typical glass for lambic, which are kind of small fluted tumblers with little fluting around the edges here. But what I do have is a nice beer glass from the 2014 Ibaraki Bakuon Beer Festival, which was given to me by my friend Joe. Thank you, Joe. Ibaraki Bakuon is an annual festival where they have beer, food, and live music, and some pretty interesting bands. Last time I went there, I saw Shonen Knife. Maybe you know them, a kind of punk band, women who've been playing since 1980, and they write kind of nice little punk songs, and they're always touring, and they showed up there. Okay, let's give this beer a go. Okay, it is kind of dark honeyish color. Don't get it as red necessarily. Carbonation? What do you see? I can see a little bit floating up. Kind of hard to see. All right, and a very thin little half finger of off-white foam. Aroma. Okay, definitely right away strawberry. Berries, kind of mixed berries. I shouldn't do that. I have onions. I was cooking. Definitely light, spritzy berries. That's basically about it. You're not going to get much hop aroma out of a lambic generally. Okay. It has a nice, pleasant little berry note that begins right away. Tangy, tingling. It starts out a bit tart, and then it goes sweet in mid-palate. Light sweetness and tartness kind of mix in the finish. Okay. Yeah, some light astringency on the tongue. You can kind of feel it, kind of grabbing the tongue a little bit. If you're a red wine drinker, you know the effect of tannins on your tongue, that kind of thing. So it's kind of astringency. Yeah, okay. This is pleasant, light, 3.5%, you know, very drinkable, sessionable. Yeah, very light tartness. It's not an overbearing sort of tart bitterness or sourness at all. Yeah, so you could probably drink a few of these. It does get a little bit, sweetness kind of sticks in the finish. A little bit sugary. But that said, I think this is not bad. Not bad for their first lambic in a decade, which they put out in 2017. Yeah, so these not among the top lambics in the world, of course. You want to get, you know, something from perhaps Dryfontein or Bone, something like that. Bio and Bone. You know, they will, Girardin, they will really knock you out. This one is pleasant, light. It has lambic character, but it doesn't really overdo it at all. So once again, Lindemans Strawberry Lambic, give it a go. Okay, if you happen to see it, I found this at a Yamaya liquor store, and I think they're in probably most of the stores now. Okay, well that's it for today. Please do take care. Bye-bye.